how much ass NA options
Oh yeah,
kicked ass this
still
year, because
rocking it.
they kicked a lot of ass. It's kind of crazy. We're also going to discuss. We're also going to discuss a collaboration brew that's going to really start taking flight, and on top of that, make your landing even better when you're traveling to a new city.
So starting it off from Axios.com, according to the NIQ, Nick, however you want to say that, which tracks buying behavior, and in this particular, it came in my email, grocery, drug, and mass retailers. The non-alcoholic sales, these numbers were fantastic. The non-alcoholic sales in Colorado had a 393.7% increase in sales from 2020 to 2024.
Wild.
Which is going from selling $145,000 worth of product in 2020 to $720,000 in 2024.
In just Colorado.
Nationally,
yeah.
You want to take it that far, NA sales are up 216%. Not quite ratio, your 394, but yeah, close. Yeah. So they went from 13.5 million in sales from 2020 to 42.7 million in sales in 2024.
That's wild.
Oh my God. If we didn't say it enough in episodes, I think it's like 9 through 13. We talked about it quite a bit. Yeah. Like those numbers drastically prove everything about how everybody got into the game. They're like, oh my gosh, we have to offer an NA option.
Yeah.
We just have to. And guess what? It's going to sell. So that is really the key, listening to your customer base, right? Yeah. Like people really, really did that. Businesses really, really did that. Excuse me. Woohoo. Almonds in Lagunitas hot water. Maybe a Hefeweizen.
Maybe a bit of Hefeweizen.
Let's see.
Burpeweizen.
Mm-hmm. So, and it's not just dry January, right? Like it's also that damp January challenge. So breweries from small to large jumping on board this year really helped showcase that craft industry's understanding of the customer, like I kind of just said. So we know a lot of effort, and Amanda's going to get into that, went into getting the NAs out, right? Yep. This is a whole new science, a whole new innovation. And again, if you're monitoring quality in something like a sensory program, being able to go, okay, this is the product from start to finish, and making sure that is a good product. I mean, how fun is kind of like us going, we're going to take a break, but we're not going to take a break.
Yeah.
And then we whip out this amazing new season 2, which of course we hope you like. Thank you. A little pat on the back. I think this is last. Nope. A couple more things. If you don't know who Gallup is, they go around and take a bunch of surveys. Link will be in the description below. So they stated that 62% of adults under 35 are drinking alcohol, which is down 10% from 20 years ago. Not as drastic of an increase of, say, 290% in sales, but further proving that the market says, hey, I don't want to drink as much, but I want to go out. Yeah. And I want these options available to me. Maybe I'm a hophead. Maybe I just like the flavor of beer, but I don't like the hangover that it gives me, which is one of the reasons why people are drinking less. Sure. Consider it a self-love for a more day-to-day focus, less anxiety, more exercise, lack of hangovers, better sleeping habits. These are the things that can come with a more dry and damp approach rather than fully immersed into the wet world of maybe getting one or two binge drinking. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a thank you.
Yeah.
I was going to make some silly little metaphor. Shocker. And a little long-winded, a little dramatic. That's all right. Lastly, I'll leave you with a report from Google Trends, which says that the search term for dry February is up 30% this month. Okay. Interesting.
Sense.
Yeah. Yep. Probably not a common term, right?
Probably because we talked about it.
I think it was totally us.
Probably because
but a lot of people saying that they're going to extend the monthly challenge over the course of the year, which is super duper cool. Love hearing that.
The to not totally take away from our brew news right now, your trash panda looks like it's like screaming to get out of your sweatshirt. Yeah, it's like all I can see right now is it's like
I'll leave him like that.
Just trying to escape from your bosom.
This is Ignacio, the trash panda.
I was like, I feel like I keep looking at your chest, and it's because of the trash panda trying
Ignacio.
to escape from your zip-up hoodie. Yeah, like, what a cool thing. I love seeing numbers like this come up. We love seeing different, not only sectors of the industry growing and advancing, but also seeing breweries being willing to innovate, take that next step, and kind of lean into it. Those are the ones that are they're going to survive. You got to lean into the trends. You know, you don't have to like completely be absorbed by them, but leaning into them is an important aspect. So talk about taking the beers to the skies. Are you dancing?
I was leaning in.
Oh. We've got a new beer coming out, new collaboration, and it really fits in with this being a little bit more unique, trying to figure out where there's collaborations available. You know, we all know that the craft beer industry is, we can call it plateauing. I don't necessarily think it's like dying, but it's not growing as much. So breweries are looking for innovative ways to keep being innovative and growing and honestly keeping open, right? And so they're Seattle-based Fremont Brewing, which I don't know if you have had any of their stouts, but they're fantastic. We have some upstairs.
Yeah.
If you haven't, they also do like little wax on top. It's lovely. It's nice, very fancy bottles. You probably had some, but we have some upstairs. They're great.
Guess what I'm doing later.
But instead of just focusing on stouts, instead they decided to partner with Alaska Airlines to offer the Cloud Cruiser, which honestly is a great name. I do enjoy that name.
Oh yeah.
The Fremont is kind of known for their small batch artisan beers. There it is. In the Fremont neighborhood of Seattle, using honestly the best local ingredients that they can get their hands on, and they work closely with Alaskan to produce a variety of blends to taste test 30,000 feet in the air before both companies chose the bright orange, melon, and tropical notes of the brewery's IPA.
It's an IPA. I was surprised it was an IPA. I was like, it's going to be a lager. You're the lager.
Yeah, it was. I thought what was cool is like the amount of testing they did. Like they cared enough to be like, how does this change at elevation? Like it makes me wonder how many breweries had gone to airlines and been like, hey, get our beers on. And they're like, no, like it doesn't like
they die up there.
Yeah, or something. You know, it made me think of like, I wonder what it was. So they decided to make some adjustments. I want to try it in the air and I want to try it on ground.
But it's a Cloud Cruiser.
I'm just saying, does it taste different?
So they only offer it in the airplane.
No, Fremont. Hook us up. I want to try this in the air. I want to try it on the ground and know if it's different.
That's fair.
Right? It could it could be interesting and fun. Cloud Cruiser is available complimentary to first class and premium class passengers. Also available for purchase in the main cabin. You can't get this one of a kind West Coast IPA unless you're flying, allegedly. Come on, Fremont. See. Come on, Fremont.
Wink, wink.
But yeah, I don't fly Alaskan often, but this will behoove
totally
me.
Going to now.
Beer me to do it anymore.
Beer.
Would be really excited if I do fly Alaskan. This will 100% will be the first beverage that I get on. I can't wait to have an opportunity to try it at some point. Hopefully, it's delicious. I'm kind of into it. I love the logo. The logo is beautiful. Did a great job. It has a very national parks vibe to it.
It's very Washington.
And Alaskan. I guess it's national parks.
In Alaska. Yeah.
National parks.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they got going on. Not
it's
bad.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. I see what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
I have a couple of those hanging in my house.
Yeah. Just doesn't usually have an airplane in the middle of it. No, same. It's super cool collaboration. Really the point of why I want to bring up this story is, as we've always talked about, be innovative. Look for creative ways to help boost your brewery. You never know. Like you can really get some really cool creative stuff on there that might be a hit that you just didn't know was going to be a hit. So I love it.
Don't know until you ask, and don't know until you do.
Don't know till you know. So there you go. This one's taken a craft beer to new heights.
Literally.
Quite literally.